Hello Greek students, welcome to week 14 in our class. You have made it through participles. Congratulations. We are really on the home stretch now. Just 2 weeks left of new content. This week we're dealing with infinitives and additional pronouns, and then next week we'll be introducing some other moods. So the infinitive is a new mood that we're going to have this week, and then pronouns are going to be some pronouns that we have not seen yet. We've had a couple other lessons and a couple other weeks on pronouns, so some of the grammatical concepts will be familiar to you, and we're going to review those to sort of solidify them even more. So as to what we're doing, we are introducing infinitives, as I said, which is one of our new moods. The infinitive is what is called a verbal noun. So whereas participles are called verbal adjectives because they take parts both from verbs and from adjectives, and they can be used adverbially and adjectively. Infinitives are verbal nouns because they take parts from verbs, but they can be used as nouns. That is, they can be the subject or the object of a sentence. But we'll talk more about that in the video itself. So we're going to introduce infinitives, introduce their forms, and also introduce their functions. As far as memorization goes, there's going to be 4 different basic infinitive endings, and I'm going to ask you to memorize those basic endings with respect to the different tenses and voices that they go with. So you'll see what I mean when it comes to the lecture video, but there are these 4 basic endings, and you should be able to reproduce for the grammar quiz the Greek ending of a various infinitive form. So if I ask you on the quiz, for example, what is the present active infinitive basic ending, you would be able to supply epsilon, iota, nu. We are also introducing additional pronouns. So we'll be doing a sort of a hodgepodge of different pronouns that we haven't seen yet in this class, and it's sort of going to really round out all of the pronouns that Koine Greek uses. The good news with respect to the pronouns we're introducing this week is there are not new forms to memorize. Most of the forms are going to be very recognizable to you because you've done great work memorizing the first, the second, and the third declension endings, as well as the definite article paradigm. So once more, the definite article paradigm is going to come up in the videos for this week, and you're going to see that your memorization of that paradigm continues to pay dividends even into the end of the course here. So with respect to our grade items, we just have these sort of standard things going on. We have our 2 homework assignments. Both of them are translation assignments based on New Testament texts. And we have our vocabulary quiz and our grammar quiz. So last week, we did not have any new vocabulary. It was a review vocabulary quiz. This week, we get back to some new vocabulary so that the quiz is mostly based on that new vocabulary with a little bit of review sprinkled in, 2 or 3 questions from old vocabulary. And then the grammar quiz, which is going to ask you about the grammar and forms of both infinitives and pronouns, and the only memorization you have is those 4 basic endings of Greek infinitives and the tense and voice combinations that go with them.